Hello, this is Ian Frantz from Frantz Reports. My guest tonight is the Dungeon Master and host of Cantrip, a D&D Play Podcast, Brandon Tharp. Brandon, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. Tired, but good.
Well, hopefully this won't take too much of your time so you can get back to relaxing. So, straight out the gate, you are on Twitch, correct?
Yep, I am the host of twitch.tv/TheCantripCast. That is the brand of sorts that I've kind of developed over the past couple of years for my Dungeons & Dragons content, which falls under the subsidiary of Cantrip and D&D Podcast and the TheCantripCast together.
Awesome. So, when did you start streaming?
We started doing the streaming about 6 months ago, I want to say. No, we started back in March, I want to say. So however long ago that was.
Yeah, it's about 6, 7 months ago, depending. Almost 8 now, because we're at the end of the month now. So, why did you start streaming?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. COVID happened, and I wanted to continue playing D&D. So we obviously we couldn't get together because of things that were going on throughout the world, and the quarantine and stuff happening. But I still wanted to play. So I had just bought myself a new computer, coincidentally, and was like, you know what, I can stream with this setup. I found some friends that wanted to start a new campaign. I actually have a very decent TikTok following, doing Dungeons and Dragons content on there too, and I ended up, getting a good Twitch following pretty much simply from that. So when we started doing our Twitch streams of our D&D games, it actually got pretty popular, which is really cool. We hit partner after you're not partner affiliate after like a week. And we just kind of rolled with it. I started off for like fun, just for, the heck of it. And then next thing you know, we started just kind of like trickling up from there. And now we do more than just D&D. We do like regular gaming, on like off nights. We have 2 D&D campaigns that we do on during the week, one on Wednesdays and one on Thursdays. And we're just kind of rolling with the ball. We got a nice little community going, which is super fun, that supports us. And I wasn't expecting it to turn into like something that was going to have like some monetary value, but it has, and I'm not complaining.
All right. So, how often do you stream?
Well, let's see. For sure, Wednesdays and Thursdays. Those are our 2 D&D games. We have a Patreon game that we do on Wednesdays, and our regular campaign on Thursdays. The other nights are kind of up in the air. Just kind of like when we feel like it. We don't go by a strict schedule. Or the most strict we'll get their schedule is Wednesdays and Thursdays. We'll stream D&D. And it really depends on what my schedule is like. Like I don't get to see my wife a lot because of her work schedule and my work schedule, that kind of conflict. So for example, tonight I would usually stream, but she's off work tonight, so I'm going to spend what time I can with her. Whereas like next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, she is at work, so I'm definitely going to stream on those nights because it's just the way things works. But Wednesdays and Thursdays always for sure, and the other nights are just kind of like up in the air, sporadic. But we try to stream at least, besides Wednesdays and Thursdays, we try to stream at least 2 other nights during the week, like some sort of video game, or like I don't know, even just like another D&D game if that.
Awesome. So, why did you choose Twitch as your platform?
Actually, that's a funny story / question. I almost went with Mixer. I came really close to doing Mixer because it's just I already knew kind of how Mixer worked because I tried it out beforehand. And I was gonna do that, and then like I think it was like literally like a week later, I decided for some reason I was like, Twitch seems like it has a bigger following. It's probably a little easier to go on there. More people use Twitch. There's not as many features, but if I want to get kind of like a little bit of like a community behind me, the best thing to do is probably gonna be Twitch. And I was like, I'm gonna go with Twitch. Screw it, we'll take a shot in the dark. So I went with Twitch, and then like after our second episode of Dungeons and Dander, our D&D campaign we stream, Mixer announced it was getting shut down, and I was like, oh, dodged a bullet on that one. It was either gonna be that or it was gonna be YouTube, streaming on YouTube, because we do have about 1,000 YouTube subscribers, which isn't that much, but I mean like it was enough to be like, this is a nice little start from somewhere. But now our Twitch has actually outgrown our YouTube pretty quickly, in count of like followers and subscribers and whatnot. Yeah, I looked at the options, and I pretty much threw a dart at a dartboard, and I was like, that one.
Awesome. So, how has your experience been with the platform?
Um, I'm not gonna lie, a little mixed. Simply because the biggest quarrel I have right now that I recently discovered is, I stream not like at insanely high quality. I could do 1080, but I do 720 because it's just Twitch, like mainly D&D games, so I don't need to have like a full output of 1080p for just a few webcams and an overlay. So I'll do like 720p, which is like very easy, but it's still nice to look at. However, I have some friends, like in California and some other places that they don't have that great of internet, and their internet struggles at streaming stuff live at 720p. However, but because we are not partnered yet, we're getting close. Our average is like 40 right now, anywhere from like 30 to 40. You need to have like an average of 75 viewers per stream to get to partner. But unless you are partnered on Twitch, viewers are not allowed to lower your stream quality to watch it at a viewable rate. Which I just discovered that recently, because I went in, I was like, why can't he lower it? Like, there's got to be an option to lower it to like, I don't know, 340 or whatever happens, or 240, so he can just like watch it slightly on his phone. But no, unless you're partnered, you're not allowed. Your viewers cannot lower your stream quality on their end to watch.
Interesting.
Wow, that kind of sucks. Like, that's just because I'm not partnered yet. Like, you'd think that'd be like a default option, just like in the Twitch viewer, to like lower the quality, but it's not, which is very surprising. So that's a kind of a quarrel I have right now. Other than that, I haven't had too many issues. Everything's been integrated pretty easily. The one thing I will say that I had a little bit of struggle with was when we started uploading custom emotes when we hit affiliate. Initially, they were okay. Like, I'd upload like one or two and it was fine. And they were up like within like a day. But then like I'd upload like another one, and for some reason it wouldn't get approved for like 2 weeks. It didn't make any sense.
All right, for this next question, you don't have to go into detail, like yes or no would kind of work. Have you made any money from streaming?
Surprisingly, yes.
Alrighty. Do you take any interest in news about Twitch or look at Twitch outside of streaming, like anything like business wise or like what they're doing with sponsorships or anything like that?
Not necessarily. It's not really a full-time job. I just kind of use it to get our kind of brand out there and our campaigns and stuff out there, and that's about it. I just kind of get on, do my thing, and don't really look at the nit and grit. If anything like drastic were to change, obviously I'd probably be like made aware of it, but unless there's something crazy, like absurd that happens, then I'd probably not really be too keen to look into it.
All right. Were you aware of their experiment that they tried out with midstream ads at all?
No, maybe. I don't know. I did have some people complain like one time during my stream saying like, "Oh, I just got a random ad," and I'm like, "What?" Sorry, I didn't set that up though. Like, that's not me.
The midstream ads, it was an experiment they only did for 1 week at either the last week or the week before that of September, where they would play ads in the middle of a stream outside of the streamer's control. So you would have like pre-roll ads and everything.
Yeah, the pre-roll ads, those are normal. Like before the stream starts,
yeah,
they hop in, they watch the stream.
But for this, Twitch would take control of that. And while they would say that, hey, like this is to help the streamer, there was a lot of negative response to it from viewers and streamers.
That's a lie. That doesn't help it. Okay, so unless you're like partnered, and you have like thousands and thousands of viewers watching your stream, you don't make really anything off of ads. Like I can pull my analytics right now and like look at how much I make off of ad revenue, and like in a month it's like $2 or $3 maybe.
So then you didn't notice any real change as far as like your channel goes when it came to ads. Like it
financially, no. Yeah, financially, no, not at all. But then again, that's we have like we're just kind of like an indie channel. It's not like I have thousands of people watching. The most that I noticed was some people complained. I remember that night, like it was one of our I think we either did like a one shot or something for D&D, and people were like, "Oh, glad I could see that plot hook because there's an ad now." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't do that. That wasn't me."
So would you be like now hearing this? Would you look into kind of like any changes for the channel just to maybe account for that? Because they said it was an experiment, and they did say that following week that they would not be like it was just to test the system out, but there's nothing saying that they can't bring it back. So I don't know if now knowing this, if you would, kind of keep an eye out on this and like try to anticipate that kind of sudden change.
I'd probably try to keep some sort of eye out for it, honestly, just because it is kind of a little concern. Like it's a little annoying. Like I wish like nobody, I didn't get like any kind of like email or notification that was going to be happening. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And for people that run like an immersive story like stream like I do with D&D, like I guess it happened on my stream like at a very inoptimal time, like in the middle of like a cutscene practically when I was like explaining something, and like it was like hyping up like everything that was happening, and then there was an ad, and people were disappointed. I was that's very frustrating. So I'll probably look into stuff a little more, like see if there's like like weekly updates or beta tests or whatever happens to be, just so I'm aware of it now, I guess.
Okay, and going with this theme of kind of the changes that Twitch has been making, are you aware of any of the changes that they've made concerning using music on a channel?
I know that they've always had like a strict like copyright thing when it comes to like copyrighted music. I actually saw that like I want to say like a year or two ago about them like demonetizing your stream if like you use copyrighted music or if they catch you using copyrighted music. But it seems like it's really only applied to like bigger streamers. However, if it's applied, because they obviously pull in like a shit ton of revenue. I'm sorry, I don't know if I was allowed to say this, but
Oh, that's fine. No, yeah, it's
yeah, I don't know if they're able to like do that really necessarily to bigger streamers that they're like affiliate and under. But I know like partners are like being very affected by it. If they played monetized music, like they took like all the money from that stream, or like a big portion of it, from my understanding. But I'm not sure if that's being changed or made worse or what. But
so you didn't hear about the recent changes in the past couple weeks,
No.
or what they're doing with the RIAA?
No.
What they did was they took it upon themselves to remove videos that they deemed, it was essentially DMCA's to like VODs. So, the thing was they never gave an explanation of what was the offense. It just said, "Hey, we're removing this on your behalf so you don't get a strike on your channel," and because of this, people like I believe it's XQC or QXC, the one of the larger channels, he had about a terabyte of VODs removed.
Oh my god.
And it just expanded from there, where we had people that I follow, like Maximilian Dude. He had at least over 100,000 of his VODs removed. And
that's horrifying.
And it did say it was doing it for just like, it seemed like that week. And then they said like, I want to say it was the 23rd. So like last Friday, they said everything will be going back to normal. You have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, but they already deleted everybody's videos.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
That the damage is done. That's
yeah.
Great.
It was very strange seeing that, only because, like I said, these are. I can try. Let me see if I could find the. Yeah, it was XQCs to that, and then there was the. I wish I had it on me. But they gave the official notice, and it just said that, hey, we're doing this on your behalf to save you some time. Review the terms of service, the TOS. But it was a little strange, only because they never gave a reason why that a particular video was removed, and it referred to the TOS. But this was just a sudden thing that only happened within a small window of opportunity.
Yeah, but that's really okay. I don't like that at all. It's kind of shady, honestly, towards the creator.
So now knowing about this recent change, what kind of changes would you be making to the channel, if anything?
To my channel?
Yeah.
Personally, that doesn't affect me. I make sure I use not copyrighted music for background music and stuff, just because on my personal note, I upload our episodes of the D&D game, at least, to YouTube, and I know that YouTube's I know their copyright policy, and like if I post something up that has like copyrighted music, it gets instantly monetized. So I make sure I use non-copyrighted music like as it is already. Like I know plenty of like artists personally that make non-copyrighted fantasy music, and there's websites I go on to that's copyright free, and all that kind of stuff for free use. So I personally am not affected too much. However, I will be sure to not use any copyrighted music anymore, or like at all. That I haven't yet, but I will make sure not to necessarily do that, just to kind of cover my own tail. Because that's the last thing I want to do. Because if let's say I use a copyrighted song in one of our D&D episodes, and then it gets deleted, and then I can't upload the VOD to YouTube because it got deleted, then there's an episode missing forever. That kind of puts me in a hard place.
So, now knowing about these sudden policy changes, how you feeling about the platform? You still feeling mixed on it? Do you feel?
I mean, I'll probably stick with it, honestly, still. I feel like no matter what kind of streaming platform you go on, it's going to have its issues. It's going to have its flaws, its faults, and all that kind of stuff. It's just pretty much at the point picking your poison of which policies you want to deal with. Because I know YouTube's got some stuff too. The big two are YouTube and Twitch, because Mixer's down now. So it's like, I only got two to choose from, and I'm going to pick the one that I'm growing on quicker, and kind of stick with it. Because I know YouTube's shady, especially, I wouldn't say shady, but YouTube's got like Kappa now, where they're like very strict on like a lot of stuff, demonetizing like everything for various reasons, and they don't push out videos as much anymore. So I'll probably still stick with it, just because I am growing decently quick on there. We have a decent following, and it's really hard to transfer that following sometimes, like especially onto like another platform. But not to say like I appreciate what they're doing, because I don't appreciate some of the stuff that you're telling me that on Twitch's end. But at the same time, I gotta go with somebody, and there's only two to choose from. So.
All right. We're in the final stretch now, so this is only going to be like 3 more questions essentially.
Okay.
What questions would you ask Twitch if you had the opportunity to?
You wanna? This one isn't pertaining to me so much. The first question, I think this is the biggest one. I would ask them, why'd you ban DrDisrespect?
Oh.
That'd be my biggest one. Because I think a lot of people are asking that right now, because they never gave a solidified reason. The biggest rumor is that they did it because they wanted out of the contract with him, because they wanted to get back Shroud and Ninja, which they did because they were at Mixer. And then all of a sudden, DrDisrespect disappears like a day after Mixer gets shut down because they banned him. There's a lot of I'm really interested in that story, because there's like a lot of legal stuff going on right now. People are like, there's claims that they broke their contract to not pay him his money and get rid of him, and they banned him from the platform permanently, and then they're not letting other streamers even play with him at all. Like, if you're affiliated or like partnered with Twitch, if you play with DrDisrespect in a match of anything, they will ban your account. But they won't release a reason why. They won't. They have not yet to say any legitimate reason why. They just banned him and burned his contract practically.
No, that's super frightening.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then that raises the question of, because of the new Cyberpunk game that's coming out, there's supposedly something with DrDisrespect in there. So if you're playing the game and streaming it, and it's one of the most highly anticipated games of the year, what's going to happen if the rumor's true and he pops up in that game? Is the Twitch police going to notice that and flag everyone's channel, because they're dealing with essentially Mr. Infamous now?
Well, I know there was a big issue. There was like a COD tournament, I want to say like a month ago, where DrDisrespect, he was playing, but he was playing on YouTube. He streams on YouTube now, which he's perfectly allowed to do. There's nothing wrong with it. He just happened to get paired up on the team with another Twitch streamer that was in the tournament, and they demonetized that guy's entire stream and sent him like a cease and desist. Not like a cease and desist, like a warning, like, hey, you can't play with this guy, and they had like a threat to like remove his channel and stuff, from what I've understood. But like, it wasn't like he chose to do it. He got partnered up with this guy. He was in a tournament. Like, he had to play the tournament.
I was gonna say, that's interesting, because then that raises the question of, Twitch can kind of police what you say and like what you can play to a certain extent. You know, you can't be playing, you know, adult games, you know, pornographic games for a live stream because it has easy accessibility to a child. But could they police the people you play with? That's an interesting question.
Apparently they're trying to.
Well, on that note, the second question, which kind of goes into this idea of Twitch caring about the people and controlling stuff, how do you feel about Twitch adding the golden Kappa emote to everyday people?
The what?
You know Kappa, the emote, right?
No.
So there is just...
Kappa emote? Which one's that?
It's just a picture of the guy's face. If you could Google it, like it's...
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was like something specific. Okay.
Well, it's specific to Twitch just because it's...
Oh, him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, now they made it golden, and normally they would do it for a special occasion, like if it was like an anniversary for Twitch or whatever, but now they add it to the public in the midst of people still reeling from the music DMCAs. And this was their attempts at trying to... I don't know if it was their attempts, I can't say that, but they decided now would be a good time to showcase the golden Kappa to the general public while there is a lot of disarray when it came from the DMCAs that everyone got hit by.
I'm not gonna lie, I really don't care. It's just to me it's an emote. I don't care, and it's like whatever, I guess. Like,
alrighty, well,
I don't think it bothers me. I'm just like, oh yeah, an emote, whatever. Anyway.
Well, you know, I have to ask the hard hitting questions. That came out right before I started. That was like the last bit of information, and I was seeing articles about how people were upset about it because they never got answers for the DMCAs. So I had to, since I had the opportunity, I had to ask Twitch streamers how they feel about it. So now essentially this is the last thing. Final words. I'll give it to you. Whatever you want to say, final notes, final thoughts. You can just plug yourself, whatever.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm so used to plugging myself on all my other stuff. I guess I have the the routine down pat now. You can follow me on TikTok at Brandon the DM, where I post a lot of Dungeons & Dragons content. On TheCantripCast on Twitch and YouTube, where we do weekly D&D streams and weekly D&D videos. You can also join our Discord, the TheCantripCast community Discord, and I think that's it. Yeah, I'm like thinking of like what I would say on Twitch. I can't like type commands for the chat to see to join the Discord, the Patreon, so I can't do that. So, yeah, Discord, YouTube, and Twitch, the TheCantripCast. Make sure you check out We Cantrip, a D&D podcast, and all of your streaming platforms for podcasts and podcast material. New episodes coming soon. I'm actually about to upload 2 episodes tonight because we need to get some episodes up. Since we're back to recording, since COVID decided to punch everybody in the face. But life goes on. So, yeah, check those out, guys. Thanks, Ian. Appreciate it.
No, thank you. I truly appreciate you taking...
Thanks for giving me the insight on some of Twitch's policies. I'm just like, oh, don't like that.
But no, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. I truly appreciate it. I cannot thank you enough for doing this. So, everyone watching this, thank you so much, and have a good evening.
All right. Thanks, everybody.